What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mo, and yes, you haven't seen him in a while. He's a little bit more beautiful than you saw him last. Went and had a little cosmetic surgery. I barely even know the guy anymore. We got D-Bake in the building. He's back with us. You see the
Hold up,
title.
hold up, hold up.
Whoa, uh-oh.
There we go.
Uh-oh, there it is. There's the dashing one. Oh, I need to get mine set too, but yeah, no. So welcome him back. He's feeling good. Looking good. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. We're going to be the first people. It doesn't matter what they tell you in a week or a month. This is the first channel. This is the first video you are going to see that is going to say this. A lot of you at first is going to hopefully comment on the video and tell us that we're wrong, or comment and tell us that we're right, or, oh, I didn't even think about that. That makes perfect sense. That's kind of what we're here for. We're here to break barriers. We're here to not think like everybody else. So, with saying that, I'm going to kick it over to the dashing one. Let him give a little opening and tell you what he thought this morning. And randomly, I thought this morning. We talked and was like, are you serious? We thought this the same within the same couple hour time period. Dashing D hit him with it.
As you see in the title, WWE is working you. Here's how. Thought about it, with everything going on from SmackDown. He had the Rock come out after Cody introduced him. And it made me think. It made me think of something really crazy. What if this is a way to put Cody Rhodes over? Get him white hot, going into WrestleMania. You have people that like him, but then you have that small group that aren't a fan of him. This is a way to get everybody on his side, to get that ultimate underdog mentality, get a movement started. You get that big WrestleMania thing so that when he gets there, he challenges everything. He decides to stick with the scene, goes for the belt anyway, and wins and finishes the story at the biggest place possible, WrestleMania in Philadelphia at WrestleMania 40. He gets it done. Everybody is going crazy. Everybody, like right now, look at it. You got it right now. Over 300,000 people are talking about it on Twitter. Huge. You got We Want Cody trending. We got the Woah movement trending right now on Twitter. We got people trying to go against it by going, We Want Rocky, but it's only at 5,000. This shit is going crazy. You got wrestlers tweeting out in support of him. Ricochet, you got Mark Henry, you got Logan Paul, like you name it, Dustin Rhodes, you name it, they're treating out in support of him, and he's just mind his own day, doing his live events. They did a live event in Knoxville, Tennessee last night, and he's just going about like it never happened. And they showed a video at the live event and showed The Rock coming out, and boom, they're booing him. They're straight up booing him, and they're cheering Cody Rhodes because everybody wants him to win now. All of a sudden,
Yep.
this could just be like a placement. It could just be like, and we could just be overthinking it, and it's just The Rock stepping in and being like, "I think I need to do this to boom, get the ratings." But he could be. This is how he could be doing it. He could be doing it in this way by being corporate Rock, being the villain on purpose to get people to not think about the whole Vince situation. He's taking the heat, and you've got that white knight in Cody Rhodes that's going to be the savior at the end of the day.
You know what I think? I think that one, we have another wrestling bro in the queue. We're going to bring him in a second. He's going to bring you. He's been on the channel before. I'm going to give him an intro before we bring him in. He's going to bring you. He's not going to think like us. He's going to bring you a different perspective and an example of what I'm about to say. He told me something about an hour ago, 30 minutes ago, something like that before we went live. And it kind of resonated. So I think that I'm halfway in between. I think that I don't think WWE is smart enough to go into this with this idea. I think that Rock probably did have a power trip in a sense. He did want to do the Rock Roman. He did want to do this. When Punk got hurt, they did go to that. And then they kind of use it as a barometer whenever Cody was out there. Before the last SmackDown where it was Rock coming out with all that stuff with Cody. Before that, I think they were using it as a barometer with Seth and Cody. And I think Seth putting out his couple little promos, a couple vignettes. I know people like me, it goes, okay, I kind of want to see that. Do I want to see it as much as Cody Roman? Of course not, but at least it's intriguing. So then they do the Rock thing, right? I don't think that they thought people were going to turn on Rock, but they did. And then this movement did start. Now I think that they're going to grab it by the balls, and you're going to see a situation like the Daniel Bryan when they kind of put him on the back burner and the WWE universe, the IW said, no. The yes movement started, right? So what are they calling this now? Hey, what is it called, Cage? Movement.
The Woah movement. Boom.
The Woah movement. So I think that now they're going, oh, we're reaching places that we would never reach if this was just Cody Roman and Cody going on the morning shows that they go on or whatever. This is getting into YouTube conversations. And with that, I'm going to bring the guy, the guy some of you love. I know one of you guys out there don't really care for him, but I know he loves you. We got the man with the master plan, Chris, the bipolar Jedi. Chris, before
I do love you guys. I would have been here sooner. I really would have, but I was out sacrificing virgins to Baphomet to stop the New World Order from coming in and taking over our wrestling and making us sacrifice even more Chris Benoit's and more. All right, I'm done with that. I'll leave that alone.
If you don't know what that means, go watch the last stream.
Me and the dude just after I told you yesterday after we
hold on, Christopher. Hold on. Answer my question first, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. So
I think this Cody Rhodes guy might get popular.
Hold on.
Okay, all right.
So you said that you have a buddy that is outside of the wrestling world, that is in a totally different world.
Yeah, Matt Jarbo
has a good amount of subscribers, like on the
hundreds of thousands. Yeah, hundreds of
thousands. And they were talking, and this subject came up, and then there wasn't a whole lot of knowledge going on. So then you took it upon yourself to go in the stream to kind of explain to a group that doesn't know anything about wrestling that is touching on this.
Right.
Now go ahead and proceed, please, sir.
I had to, he is, he makes like documentaries, and he used to be known as Monday Matt. Now he's Matt Jarbo. He fell off with the community for a while, built his channel back up. He knows all about movie business. He knows all about regular. I mean, the guy knows everything, but he did not understand kayfabe. So when he sees The Rock, he doesn't see if you smell a la. That's not what he's seeing. He's seeing Fast X. He's seeing Jumanji. He's seeing XFL and Ballers on HBO. He's seeing
Dwayne Johnson.
He's seeing Dwayne Johnson. He doesn't I had to go in and explain to him exactly what kayfabe was and why the audience and the fans felt like they were being shit on after spending years in this storyline to see Roman fight Cody. And everyone's like, oh, it's better for business. I almost got into one of my actual wrestling friends, William. Like he owns a comic book store and a wrestling memorabilia right there in Vegas. He ex-Navy SEAL or some shit. He has 2 big real belts, not those plastic ones you buy off shop at WWE, like you had them really made custom. And even he was like, no, The Rock's better for business. Look, I get it.
Okay, so pause right there. So people on the outside of the wrestling world
aren't understanding. They don't get it.
Or what the Woah movement was taking over their social media timelines. they don't understand why everybody is saying Cody, Cody, Cody. They're like The Rock. It's Dwayne Johnson.
They're like, it's The Rock. Why the fuck wouldn't you want The Rock? He's the biggest star in the world. He's probably going to be president someday. He's on the fucking board now. He just merged the two biggest, outside of the NFL, of course, football franchises together to make spring football. But the Rock's also becoming to be known as something else too. The franchise killer.
Yeah, about Black Adam and
Fast and Furious, whatever that shit was that happened with Ballers. There was something else that went down. Here's what I think happened. I think they had it all set up, and then the Vince shit happened. I think it was supposed to be next WrestleMania or later on down the line, SummerSlam, whatever. One of the smaller maybe not, probably WrestleMania though, because it's the biggest stage. And I think that, because remember, he did the call out before the Vince stuff. He did the call out before any of that stuff happened, any injuries, anything. I think what happened was the Vince shit hit, then the Brock shit hit, then the motherfucking Laurinaitis shit hit, then Punk got injured, then, Seth is injured. And I think they panicked and they were like, oh, fuck, get The Rock out there now. Get him out there. Try to save this. What they don't realize is the money's already made. Putting The Rock out there now is not making
it's WrestleMania. I mean,
I think everything was started last year. I think it was supposed to be in LA last year, Hollywood, and he agreed to do it. And then he backed out for whatever reason, whatever movie he was doing, he couldn't make it. The substitution, they've been talking about this. The substitution was Cody. They had Cody come back because he's come back from injury, win the Rumble, and then boom. He's placement there to face The Rock there. When in reality, they were going to wait a year to do it. They were going to build him up more, the adversity, the propaganda with Cody Rhodes. So they went with Cody. He did well, and then he's been on this work horseman mentality all year. That's the only match he has lost all year has been WrestleMania to Roman. He got choked out by Brock, but he passed out. He didn't tap out. So
right. They're keeping the character intact. Yeah, for sure. But let me ask you.
So you run this whole build, and then you get to this point, and Cody has got built up so much. CM Punk comes back. That adds people talking. But he was never going to be part of this. CM Punk had this thing with Seth Rollins, so it didn't hurt here. Everything you said, you had CM Punk get hurt, you got people going down, you got people talking, and it's like, it makes me think of what we always think about every WrestleMania is the fact that why do we need all these part-timers coming in the road to WrestleMania to build the shows when we should be building the full-time
talent we already have.
Yeah.
The talent that we already have.
And we complain about this every year, and now it's to a situation where it's a big time one where we have somebody that we're actually backing, and boom, you got The Rock coming in who is in power, like he's legit on the board. He's there above Triple H. Like he can override Triple H because of Ari Emanuel. Like basically Ari's that's his biggest client. He's gonna want to please him and keep him there. So what can he do? Now. What can he do to make people talk?
He is. He literally is. He
can come in there and take. Yeah,
that is the hierarchy, Mo. You're right. It goes Ari, then it goes motherfucking Rock, which used to be Vince. Then it goes that other guy underneath him, Nick. And then there's
how it goes
and then Triple H. Triple H is at the bottom of the pecking order.
If Rock goes, I want to do this. He don't go, hey Trips.
No. He goes to Ari.
He goes, hey, Ari, this is what I want to do. And Ari don't know anything about wrestling. So where like Vince messed up, like the week that they went to a TKO or whatever, there's a quote of him saying that he's glad that Rock's on board because there's nobody that knows the pro wrestling business and the entertainment business like The Rock. So that's all Ari needs to hear. So Ari
and then I told you on he did the same thing with MMA with the UFC side. He
Yeah, well,
kept
thank
Dana
you.
White in power because Dana White knows the UFC, and he's the guy that he bought it from. So he was like, you know what? Like, you're my eyes and ears there. I want to keep you here. Like, I'm still selling. I'm still buying
Yeah,
the
that's how
company
the
from
rich
you,
get
but I want
rich.
you there
Do
because
you
he doesn't
guys
know.
think?
He trusts these people to give him their opinion.
Do you guys cage? I mean, I get it. I see what you're saying. I mean, I get I see the clickbait. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys really think it's a work though? Like really? I mean, really?
I
A
don't think
work
it started as a work,
at
but I
this
think
point,
that they're seeing
guys.
it now, and they're about to lean into that shit, and they're gonna
Now,
make Cody.
now they're
And
gonna lean in.
I think that there's a
Yes.
good chance that Cody knew that he was getting fucked, right?
Yeah.
And so Cody's smart enough to know that that the wrestling universe endears him. So when he gave that look, when Rock shook his hand and hugged him, and he gave that look, like he knew that there was a good chance that this was going to happen. And now Cody's about to be rock star level. He's about to be
He
like
knew to put his
Stone
faith.
Cold, like
He
in the media level.
he knew to put his faith in the fans. Look who his daddy was. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he knows. And look,
I think it sucked at
he's
first, but now
already
they're like
he's already over as fuck.
he's definitely
bro.
going to be in the main event. I think Cody's
And
winning the main event.
you knew Triple H was planning all this because he was throwing those different storylines in
I
one.
guarantee
with-
Triple H is just as
yeah.
mad. I guarantee Triple H
Also,
is
think
just as
about
mad.
this. Hey, you know, hey, this little nugget that I thought of, which I doubt that this is going to come back around, which I think this came up on maybe the first pod that we did. But you remember when it was Triple H and had that sit down with Cody, and then at the end, Trips put his hand on Cody's knee and kind of gave that shit-eating grin, like, "Hey, don't worry, I'm not going to forget about how you trashed the throne." You know what I mean? This should just be a way of screwing Cody to then build him up to where then he's going to be untouchable. He's going to be the biggest star wrestling scene in a long
Well,
time. I think he'll be bigger than Daniel Bryan.
I was getting ready to say that. I like the Daniel Bryan thing, but you guys got to remember, what have I always told you? No matter what channel when we talk about wrestling, what's one of the oldest sayings in the wrestling world? Wrestling fans have long memories. We have long memories.
Oh.
We loved what happened with Daniel Bryan,
With
but it happened organically.
Kofi.
But
Yeah,
it
with
happened
Kofi.
organically. Those things happened organically. We may be marks for the sport, but we're not unintelligent, okay? That's why I was getting pissed off yesterday when that dude kept calling me a mark. I'm like, why? Because I'm a fan? Look, fans are smart enough to know when a work is being fabricated, when they're trying to fabricate another Daniel Bryan, when they're trying to fabricate another Kofi or
That's
Big
what I'm saying,
E.
that this, I think it did happen for real. I think Rock
Mo,
was trying to abuse his power.
Plus,
but
Mo,
I
let
think
me
that,
ask you seriously, answer this question for me.
What's
At
up?
what point, why WrestleMania is already sold out? The pay-per-view buys are already through the roof. Everything's going great. We've got the greatest storyline we've ever had with one of the greatest heels we've ever had. People want this, okay? We want Rock and Roman later. Nobody's saying we don't want that, but this is what we want right now. A work at this point could not help. It could only hurt.
Yeah, I think that they
but you got to think of the mentality that they're thinking of now. This is WrestleMania. This is the biggest show. They're thinking that they always have to top what they did the year before. They always have to do that, and they've been planning Roman Rock for years, and they're finally having the chance to do it. And it's
I think
this is their reasoning to do it, and it's like that's their first thought process is that. It could be something where that's the plan, and then they morph it into.
Here's what I really believe
because of the fans.
Here's what I really believe, guys. Just hear me out. And I hate to. And listen, I don't hate JD, but I don't agree with him a whole lot. The way he bashes the product constantly and acts like he's the be all end all of WWE talk. He has great content. That's why I've stuck with him since he had 6,000 subs. But that doesn't mean the guy doesn't piss me off and come off like a hack once in a while. But I hate to agree with him on this one. But the WWE only sees in money. Okay, they see everything in money. But look,
Exactly.
they already made as much money as they're gonna make. Plus, they just sold Raw
But
for
is that
$5
true?
billion, bro.
But is
Like,
that true? But think about this. They're getting something worth way more than money that money can't buy. They're
what are they
getting
getting?
they're getting clicks. They're getting
Publicity
people
is
talking
happening
Right,
right
but
about
now.
Cody that
yeah,
would never talk about Cody. Do you
but they
think
didn't do this on
ever?
purpose. This was
But
an
do you think
accident,
ever?
guys.
But do you think ever in the history that Matt Jarbo, a friend of yours, would ever talk about wrestling on his channel?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No,
Absolutely
no.
not. But why? But why did it come across his channel? Because
Because
it
it
came
was
across his
trending.
feed.
It was
Because it's
because
trending.
and
So
because The
then,
Rock's
but the
part of the
social
superhero
currency
community.
out there,
Yeah,
social
well,
currency.
The Rock, whether we
but
want it or not, is part of the nerd community too. He was Black Adam.
yeah.
He you know what I mean, stuff like that. So and
Well,
he's
well,
the fucking Rock. But here's what I think happened. They panicked. There was a shit ton of backlash, and now they're gonna have to make it look like it was a work. They sent Seth
I don't
out
think
there.
that they. I don't think that they're going to try to make it look like a work. They're going to make it try to look organic as possible.
yeah.
I just think that they're about to lean into it. One little thing, and I wish I had the article, and I did hear it in JD's stream. I didn't watch it all, but it was
This is what social media is doing right here. Right here, they're getting people to get the guess again or what they want. Like you got hashtag We Want Cody. You got We Want Rocky. We Want Cody is just a straight killer. We want Rocky right now because people want Cody.
Mo, you know Matt. Remember you and him kind of got into a little bit over politics one time, but you guys were still cool afterwards. That's Matt, and he was like, "Chris, what the fuck is kayfabe?" Well, I had to explain it to him.
But see, that's my point. So you said, okay, it's The Rock. I get it. That's why he's talking about it because he's in Black Adam. But he's been in for forever, and he ain't never asked about kayfabe. But this is getting.
Good point right there. It's distracting over the Vince fiasco. That's a good point.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. But he knows, he understands kayfabe as in like, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson aren't really Riggs and Murtaugh. That's a different kind of kayfabe. But wrestling,
I'm not saying that they went into it planting seeds, watered it, and then grew this. I'm saying that I think Rock is a scumbag, and I think Rock. With the Vince stuff, they're going to try to transition Vince out, and The Rock's going to basically be Vince. He ain't going to be on TV and all that stuff, but he's basically going to be Vince. So The Rock, for some reason, he thinks his name is end all be all. He was out there quoted in that document that dude was reading that he's here to make it bigger. That's just
and now he's thinking about. And JD, and look, for as much as I get angry, I hate to keep bringing up JD, but he does have good content, and his sources are always reliable. And let me tell you something: when he said that The Rock was thinking about not only being in the WrestleMania main event, but winning the belt,
that's crazy.
When JD said, "Oh, so you're gonna have Roman
that's
do
where
all
I think
this and build this up for you,"
that's where I think the work comes.
Yeah, and now we're just gonna hand it to The Rock.
I think that they know once he says that, I know that he knows that everybody's going to be like, hold up, what? He's not that delusional. So that's where I think the work starts coming in. Now they're going to start doing that. You might see Rock be a little snarky here and there, act like he's bigger than now, come out in a Rocky shirt.
I mean, they even broke out Seth for this, guys. You guys remember, man. Look. One thing Seth can do besides wrestle his fucking ass off is he's great on the mic, and he cut a phenomenal promo with Cody. That was that almost had me going, yeah, fuck it. It don't matter which belt as long as we get a belt, you know. But then I started really thinking, like, I really am, you know.
It's almost impossible. Like, there's a good chance that it's going to be like a Brock Goldberg situation where they're going to shit on that match bad the whole time unless they do something with Cody in the main event. D, how do you think that they work Cody into the main event somehow, or you think they're going to stick?
They have to, because you got to think how are they going to do Cody Seth 4 when he's beat him 3 times? Like, he's beaten him 3 times. Time for Drew to be the big bad heel. Yo, he's killing it right now, especially with the doing
I've never liked him as a baby face. Drew has
always was that, yeah.
Drew will make he's not in there yet, guys. Remember we did our heel lists? Drew ain't in there yet, but he'll get
He
there.
will be there. He'll give
be
him
there.
a year because he's still doing the IC title shit right now. But give him a year, and
Here's what
Gunther
I
will be
think
up
they
there.
do, guys. Mo, I think you're right. I think they at this point they have to course correct no matter what because of the backlash, and it could be a win-win for everybody. They could.
But
One thing, but here's how they got to do it. And I know you guys are gonna be like, God, Chris, you're such a fucking mark. But listen, here's how they do it. All right, Cage. You let Triple H fix the story. He's the best storyteller they have.
They're in
Let
deep now. Though.
let Triple H fix the story. Go through Rock.
unfortunately, it's
Let
not
Rock
up to
have it.
him.
I know, but I think they should put it up to him. I really do, man. Because the reason we're
Big
getting
meaty
these
men
great fucking
slapping me.
stories, the reason we've been getting these great stories the past 5 years is because of a man named fucking Triple H, Paul Levesque.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You want to know what artist is doing great though? It's cross trending, wrestling all over. Like, look at this. This is GCW. You got Matt Cardona. You got Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, talking about The Rock and Cody. Matt Cardona goes and in the match last night does the Rock bottom, does the People's Elbow to Nick Nemeth. Then Nick Nemeth goes in return and does the crossroads to him. This is publicity, free publicity for the WWE right there. Just by doing something very small, well, it's huge, that they unintentionally did with bringing The Rock out and have him shake Cody's hand and stare at Roman. That's it. We don't know anything until Thursday when they did a presser. We don't know anything. But just because of one video and outrage, everybody is using it to their advantage.
Yeah,
and
but
then
it ain't just one video.
At the end of the day, it's only going to be good for the WWE because all eyes are on them. Whether you're diehard fans, casual fans, fans that are just tuning in for the first time, are like, why are they talking about this? It's clicks. And what does WWE want? They want clips on YouTube. They're trying to take sports entertainment basically by the balls, as Vince
I just hope
McMahon
it
would
doesn't
say.
backfire. I just hope it doesn't backfire because, like I said,
Yeah.
it could hurt more than help. Right now, everybody's got it in their head. We're buying Peacock. We're getting these pay-per-views. We're getting Netflix. We're doing, and now they're like, wait, The Rock's gonna come in and just, you know what? We don't want this shit now. Fuck that.
No way, dog. It's going to be the opposite. They're going to tune in to see how they resolve this steaming pile of shit that they have.
That could also be. That's what I mean. It could be that too. It could be. It could. Look. Everybody likes a train wreck. Everybody loves a train wreck.
Hey, real quick, pause. Stream high 16. I see y'all out there. 16 people watch us live. We are only a 2-week-old channel. Tomorrow will be our 3rd week live. So we appreciate anybody that have found us out there in the ether. Take time, hit that subscribe button if you're a wrestling bro, and a bro can be a boy or a girl. So hit that subscribe button. Come join us and go ahead.
Do that all over the digital.
Hey,
realm.
hit the like button too. Hit the like button. Let us get.
Hey, I'm just glad. Hey, Cage, I'll tell you, man. I'm just really glad that The Rock came back, because now maybe that Cody Rhodes guy will get popular.
If he isn't already popular with the Woah movement.
Oh my God!
What do y'all think
Castler, Castler, we talked about it the whole time. Me, bro. Listen, during the last Royal Rumble, I was messaging these guys. I was messaging some other friends, and let me tell you, the shining comedy moment and lately has been R-Truth. That dude is
him
fucking
and
crushing
Chelsea
it.
Green.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Do you know who used to be funny? Also, Santino.
Mm-hmm.
He still is.
John
Cena.
Yeah, he's in TNA now.
I mean, that's what it reminds me of. But see, I've met R-Truth. Like, these are true stories. Like R-Truth, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, Christopher Daniels. Whenever ROH would come to the Windy City Fieldhouse, Bryan Danielson, before he was Daniel Bryan, if you stayed behind and cleaned up and helped break down the ring and sweep up and shit, you could kick it with the wrestlers. And out of all of them, bro, the two funniest by far was R-Truth and this other guy. I can't think of his name. He was a clown. He was a clown. Some weird. No. This guy had he was a clown with a cowboy hat. I don't.
Yeah.
He was a.
Oh,
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is funny too, but he wasn't Kevin Owens then. He was Kevin Steen.
You got to watch Joe Hendry. You got to watch his stuff with TNA.
Tell him. Tell him.
Rock is making Cody even more. Look at the incredible rally behind him and the hashtag We Want Cody.
Tell him. I'll agree. I'm just saying it. This is just a lucky backfire. Don't think The Rock tried to make Cody bigger on purpose. The Rock went out there to steal that thunder. That's what he did.
I gotta say. Imagine them fucking woes now, son.
No lie. I was just about to play that.
Yeah. Boom, we're synced. But tell me the next time Cody comes out, them woes are gonna.
Oh no, the place is gonna come unglued.
Yeah, unless they're in Tampa Bay, then they're gonna just sit on their hands and not do shit. Yeah. But as far as
any place else, yeah. I'm really.
So let me throw this out there. So one thing that JD said in the document, I don't have the document, but he said something that this is something I don't know why they would or how they could without, I don't know, maybe they proved it, but they said that they've already had the head of the table shirts in production.
Right. They were already making Rock head of the table merch. What?
So if that's not the case, then if this wasn't already kind of planned in somewhat kind of way, they wouldn't go out and pre-print all this merch.
He's a beast. I hope they sign him. He's a free agent right now.
Yeah, I thought he might have shown up last pay-per-view in the solo spot.
Oh, you got to do the solo spot. I think that's why they're trying to do this, because they know everything with Roman Reigns is getting kind of stale. Everything happens like you can feel it
after you're done.
Like it comes out, he has a match. You get the interaction. He looks like he's about to lose, and then you get interference, and then they help him win. It happens every pay-per-view. You see the gray hair on him because he knows it's happening, and everybody's just talking about how they're kind of tired of it, and they're trying to get some sort of refresh into the bloodline. And the one last thing that you have that can kind of see that is the head of the table with The Rock and whatnot, and they did the wrong time, and it's just not the right time because you got, like we've said all along, you got the woe movement. It's building up. It's his time. We're just ready for the story to finally be over, and we don't want them to do what I think that they were planning to begin with. I thought they're going to screw him out. He's going to win the title from Seth. They're going to carry him over until September. You have Roman moved to number 2 on the all-time list because he's never going to get the number 1 and catch Bruno. In November, it's Survivor Series. It might be
number 3.
Yeah. And Survivor Series is going to supposedly be at Madison Square Garden, where his father won the belt and then had to give it back up.
At a house show, right?
At a house show. But get this. The reason Vince made Survivor Series was because his father, Dusty, made Starrcade, and it was a way to combat that pay-per-view, was to make Survivor Series. And to have him finish the story at Survivor Series would be a good story if it wasn't for a little thing called WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where, in theory, I guess it should end because it's the biggest show, but that's where people are getting hung up. The fucking story's not WrestleMania. That's not the story. So they're not necessarily.
Yeah, that's just the moment. That's just the moment. The moment that you want at is WrestleMania.
That's the crescendo. Yeah. That's a beautiful word for an Arkansan. But that's the crescendo where they want it to end. But just because they want it to end there doesn't mean. You
should have took the belt from Gunther to just sign it.
What'd you say?
He posted Gable. It reminds me of Owen Hart and Anger. He should have been the guy that should have taken the belt from Gunther. Yeah. But that's just a side note.
Yeah. Oh, so hot take real quick. Side note. Not a big fan of Solo Sikoa. Here's why. He's not big enough to be punking people like he does. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he's like 5'9", and so you think you're gonna like punk people like Orton or something that are 6'4", jacked up, and they're supposed to cower or like?
He's 6'2".
I think that might be fudging a little bit.
I'm just saying. He's 6'2".
Yeah, I mean, he's shorter than the Usos, right?
Let me
The
look.
Usos ain't fucking 6'2". So you mean Solo Sikoa is only 2 inches shorter than Randy Orton?
They're
Hey, man,
6'2"
a long
also.
time ago,
And I'm 6 foot fucking even, bud. You know what I mean?
Hey, you could be.
Are you
I'm
hearing
not.
this?
I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day if I want to lie. You know what I mean?
Cage, are you hearing this guy? A long time ago, a certain wrestler broke the mold and proved everybody wrong that a small man could not only punk people, but be. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time again? What was his name?
Bret Hart didn't ever punk people. There's a difference, champ. There's a difference between the excellence of execution. Oh, whoa! Pump your fuck! I will mute your fucking mic. Don't ever fucking say
Hey! I thought you were
Bret
talking about
fucking
that.
Hart and Solo fucking Sikoa.
Hey, I thought you were talking about the deadbeat dad known as Rey Mysterio, but you know,
no,
I'm
just saying that size doesn't matter when you punk somebody, man. That's all.
No, if you are
well, unless you're Rhea Ripley, but that's just me.
But like the thumb, okay, I get it. That's a good move. But just how he's the enforcer and he's like what made China a good enforcer, even as a girl. She was big and jacked.
Yeah,
Not
and
short
she
and
fought dirty.
Kind of like what Camille is like now. She's kind of the same way as China.
Yeah.
In essence, where like now you're starting to see they're kind of replicating it with women being the bodyguards now and a bigger and more athletic. But she was the very first. Like she was the one they're like, damn, like you didn't know.
I know. I mean, look, I don't know. I really still don't know why they did it because I thought TKO owned them. Apparently, they don't. But I did mark out when Jordan came out. And she was wearing the belt.
Yeah,
that was Triple H's idea.
And I was like, that is fucking dope as shit, man.
Well, it's not the first time they did it because Mickey James did it.
But this Jordan coming out, she's a current champion and she had the white belt on, the Gail Kim belt.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And doesn't Gail own TNA now or a big chunk of it? Like she's a big
No. She's in management.
That's crazy to me, man. I just thought that was really cool that they did that. Although this new girl that I don't watch as much NXT as you guys. I am a casual when it comes to that. But this new girl, Tippy on top or whatever the fuck.
Tiffany Stratton, she's on SmackDown now. She's just on.
Yo, that chick is phenomenal, bro. It's Tippy time. All right.
It's Tippy time.
Yeah, she's really good, man. She's really good.
D, that's the next video clip you need to do.
Tippy time.
It's Tippy time.
I really like her.
Got a high in here, 20 in this jank. What up?
Yeah, thanks for everybody that's tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. You know, I want to hear everybody else's opinion.
I do too.
If
should have get the. I'm just so happy now. You know that this Cody Rhodes guy is really. This Cody Rhodes guy is really going to get popular now because of The Rock.
Clicked. I'm gonna throw this out there.
You just saved on car insurance.
10%. No, but so I'm gonna throw this out there. So tell me what y'all think. So you see this justice for Cody, right? Hashtag justice for Cody.
Oh my God.
So you know what else there's a hashtag justice for? Justice for Janelle Grant.
I just saw it. Yep.
So I saw a tweet just from a random person, but it did kind of spur. Is this WWE's way of trying to drown out that crazy dark justice for Janelle Grant to try to put that in the background to get the justice? Because the algos work weird, guys. The algos work weird. If in the algorithm, justice, Cody's is way out trending hers, it's going to put hers way down here in the bottom, and his is going to be, I don't know. And they're also, I don't know, are they doing justice for Rocky? I wouldn't doubt
it. Versus Uso ladder match. I like that.
No, they're doing We Want Rocky.
This Rock guy is really going to blow up now thanks to Cody.
Yeah, Rock's really going to benefit.
I know. Cody's making this Rock guy look like big time.
Rock might be thinking like, man, what the fuck, man?
I bet afterwards, Dude, I would almost guarantee Mo that is what he's thinking. He probably went
He's
back
like,
and went.
man, how did
He
this
went
happen?
like when they booed the Emperor and Gladiator. The Emperor was probably like, "How the fuck did this happen? What the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?" You know, The Rock's thinking that. Like, wait a minute, everybody fucking loves me. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, so people are just putting out there, the entire wrestling world is counting on you Monday. Go ahead. We are with you. Hashtag we want Cody. Hashtag Woah movement. They're trying to get that going. And then they showed the video clip of the Daniel Bryan stuff.
Did you see the article that JD read in his video today where he said, look, The Rock has fucked up the comic book world. He's fucked up the football world. He's fucked up some places in HBO. He's fucked up a lot of Fast and Furious. He's fucked a lot of things up. But the one place he is still universally loved is where? Wrestling. And
Well,
now he's about to fuck that up.
He fucked that up. Yeah, they're definitely ratioing some stuff. They're smart enough to know how to work the algorithms. And yeah, no, it's pretty wild stuff out there. D, what are you thinking about this NXT stream? Not that we're closing it. I was just thinking about that off the top of my head. Because we do got 22 people, so it would be a good time to plug if we are.
Yeah, man. I think the plan is to go live later on, not necessarily live for it, but a little bit later on, so we could both do it together and do a little bit of a watch along for it. Catch it. You got NXT Vengeance Day going live tonight. You got Trick Williams himself, Trick Williams, not wrestling not once but twice.
Whoa, that Trick.
And ironically, a nice segue from Cody Rhodes to his father, Dusty Rhodes. You got the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Tournament. The winners face the family for the tag titles at a later date. And you got Braun Breaker and you got Baron Corbin facing Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And then Trick is in the main event as well, going up against Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship. You know, you got Lila Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. You got the family versus OTM, aka Out the Mud, in a 3-on-3 grudge match. You got this is one I'm looking forward to. You got Dijak, who's going to be wrestling. And of course, I think we don't
again and not Slap Ass or whatever his name was.
I think this is his best character. Is this right here? This cop type of character. He's serious, but he just goes out there and beats people's asses. That's what I like. And then you got Obafemi going up against Dragon Lee.
That dude's a monster.
If they keep the way that they're going, they got a guy in Obafemi keeping him as a heel. Yeah, like he was generic, but once he put on the turtleneck and he was like, "No, I'm not facing you," and then he got smug because he got the
hit him with you mean he hit him with that Christian Cage?
He hit him with it. He hit him with that. Yep. He's not the father, but he's Obafemi.
Hey, I just also want to throw out there, boys, we've streamed for a while together. We've only done 2 weeks on this channel, but we have a history of streaming together. Are y'all proud of me that I'm almost in every single video wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie? Huh? I have yet to pop a tank top off yet.
Yeah. That means something.
I mean, it does. It means I'm trying to take things a little seriously around here. You know what I mean?
It's magnificent. That's what I think it is.
But yeah, no. So Big D-Bake, Dashing D is what some people call him. He actually did a prediction video for the NXT card tonight. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. Give that a like if you don't mind. He worked hard on that. Shout out to him on that one. So
magnificent. You two with your fucking back and forth, man. That shit kills me.
Since we're live shooting the breeze, and I know me personally, I don't know how long we're gonna go, but I don't have to leave till 4:45 here. So let's go through some of these things you sent me, D. Let's see. You sent me. Let's talk about that Booker T since we're on the NXT topic. Booker T actually put a tweet out.
One second. I got something for you. A nice surprise.
Oh,
because
Hit me with your
Yep.
best shot.
Because you want to know what time it is. This is the true time.
What time is it?
I believe it's Tiffy time.
Tiffy time. That's my boo thing right there. She kind of does have an awkward shaped head a little bit, but I'll take it. You know what I mean?
It works, you know.
I'll work with it. You know what I mean? So Book put out a tweet on X or a post on X or a tweet on Twitter, however you want to say it. I will not be at NXT Vengeance Day tonight, and I will be off TV the next couple of weeks due to a medical procedure. It says right here, a medical procedure like Dashing D did, I had to have. But I'm all good, and I'll be back in action on NXT in no time. Thank you for all your support. Couldn't do it without you. Shuck it, duck it, quack, quack.
I'll tell you what it was. I mean, that's Booker T. That's the five time. They had to remove that third nut. He was too much of a man. He was too much of a man.
Yeah. Dude, at the age he still is, he still wrestles in his promotion, still Jack City, son. I don't know if she's way. I don't.
Tiffany is way better than Mandy Rhodes. Correct.
I can't like double down on that, but I will say I am more of a fan of Tiffy.
And of course, you got to get the Ludwig plug-in with Tiffy time.
He's one I like. I tell you the one I don't like, and everybody's just gaga about. And I just don't like him at all.
Look at that fucking.
I do not like that Gunther guy. I don't like him.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I just don't like him.
You don't like German? You don't. He ain't German. So
I just don't like him. Yeah.
He's
I can't talk to you anymore.
I know you don't.
Why does everybody like him so much? I don't understand.
By the way, he's Austrian. He's not German.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. So we know Chris doesn't like German people. So
I never said I didn't like German, and I think he's a good heel. I think he's a good wrestler, but I don't understand why he's like, is this guy? Didn't he beat even Honky Tonk's record now? Like he's the longest running.
He's at 600 days.
You know who's going to beat that record?
I know who.
Who?
Tippy.
It's Tippy time, baby. It's that Braun Breaker, son.
I think it might be Braun. I like Braun too. When he came in, like he really looked good in the Rumble, man. Like he's ready.
I wish he would be Braun Steiner, but that's a different. So we're gonna transition to a different side of the continent for this. We're gonna let Dashing D hit you with this one. I'm gonna go roll up one real quick. Oh, Dashing D's dipping on that one. Oh, there he is. There's that longest reigning.
Yeah. How do you know? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I gotta send a voice message out real quick. Hold on. Because I've never ever given this URL, tweeted out this video. I've kind of kept our shit secret, like for real, to build a new audience. But I just got a message from an actual friend that says, "How the fuck you gonna disrespect Gunther like that? How the fuck do you even know?
We're reaching that algo. We're reaching it. Let's go. Let's go.
How the fuck do you even know I'm on a show?
We're hitting that algo right now, son. It's a lot of hard work.
He wanted to see that Dashing D so much, and then you disrespected him like that. And he's backing me up, and that's what, and that's why, boom, that's why I gotta.
Chris, I don't know if you seen how I opened the stream, but I didn't. I was like thinking, who is this person coming in the stream? It's Dashing D. I almost didn't notice him from that cosmetic surgery he had. That beautiful fucking thing over there.
I almost looked as good as Gunther there, you know.
He's lurking. But
hey, across the world. D, hit this up. I'm gonna go roll up on them things for the last one for the stream. Jeff Cobb suffered thigh injury during NJPW Road to New Beginning tour. I don't know anything about New Japan.
Yeah,
is he somebody? Is that going to hurt him? Talk to him.
It will. He was supposed to wrestle today at New Beginning. He got the Road to New Beginning going this week. We got a great card coming up next week with a cage match between, United Empire versus Bullet Club, and he was supposed to take part in it. We don't know where he's going to be now, but they held him out of the match today that he was supposed to have with Alex Coughlin of the War Dogs. And for precaution, they did a storyline where they had him just sign autographs, staying out, and then they had the War Dogs take him out. essentially, and then he got replaced by Great O'Khan in the match. So we don't know too much about it right now, other than the fact that he didn't wrestle today. And I'm looking forward to that pay-per-view next week because you're going to have Bryan Danielson going up against Zack Sabre Jr. You're going to have, I believe, now a couple weeks, it's going to be Matt Riddle versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I'm definitely looking forward to Mustafa Ali. If you look at this right here, he is going up for president right now of wrestling. He's the president of the Indies right now. He's telling you to release this message, listen to him, because he's the new face.
Get out there and vote, boys.
Vote
And
for
girls.
Mustafa Ali. It's going to be him versus Hiromu Takahashi. And it's going to be Will Ospreay's last match in New Japan next Sunday before he's officially with AEW. And just like he said, he is magnificent. And because of him, Josh Alexander is the man in TNA. And he's the guy that no one knows about, but everybody should know about now.
Okay, so let me hit you with somebody. Let's transition from one wrestler I don't know about to another. Talk to me about this Drilla Maloney.
Drilla Maloney, aka Dan Maloney. He is a guy that Will Ospreay discovered, and in Rev Pro, like he was discovered by him. He went over to New Japan. He joined United Empire. Turned on them, went to the Bullet Club, and recently he tore, I believe, what was it, the ligament off of his bone, I believe it was, and he continued to wrestle a match.
Off his bicep.
Bicep, that's what it was. Continued to wrestle on the match, and it looks like he's going to just wrestle with it like that.
Yeah,
because he wrestled today, and they won the junior heavyweight belts today, this morning.
It says Drilla has revealed backstage that he tore his bicep off the bone 2 days ago, and today he competed in the main event of Corgan Hall. That is a beautiful word for an Arkansan, and won.
Corgan Hall, yeah.
Corgan Hall.
Yeah.
You like that, dude? You ain't never seen somebody read like me from Arkansas. So next up, David Finlay revealed that the War Dogs and United Empire will face off in a steel cage match with War Game rules. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, this is going to be the climax, per se, between the two groups with Will Ospreay leading for AEW. Originally, it was just going to be a steel cage match, 5-on-5 inside. We haven't seen a steel cage in New Japan in over 20 years. But now, not only are we going to get that, we're going to get the War Games Wars, where it's going to be the two leaders of the group, Finlay and Ospreay, starting out in the match, and then every 5 minutes or every couple minutes, a new member will get added to the match until all 10 men are in the ring. And then you can, of course, win by pinfall, submission, or I think everybody escaping the cage. But I'm liking what they're doing with both of these groups. They're both high right now. They're trying to build up David Finlay to be the next great leader of Bullet Club. You think of the names. You think of Finn Balor.
Is that
Kenny Omega? It is.
Okay.
And he's been a great character. I like what they're doing with him being a heel. Babyface, didn't really like him. Heel, love him.
Nice. So this video is too long for me to show. I'll just show a little bit of it.
Yeah.
This is Drew's entrance during last night's. Oh, Drew doing a little. Okay, let's take it away for a second and come back. All right, so Drew definitely still mocking CM Punk, digging into that. I love this version of Drew. This version of Drew is a banger. No sword Drew is where I'm at.
I'm telling you,
I think he'll have the sword. Come on, man, the sword was cool.
Part of my feeling was always that they were never going to have CM Punk and Seth. It was going to be Drew and CM Punk somehow. And then Seth was going to just be whatever. And maybe it was going to be him and Cody somehow. But I feel like Drew was always going to have that thing with CM Punk. And right now it's building him up. People are loving him right now for doing it. They're liking that he's doing something different. You get the whole unknown with his contract because his contract is up after Mania. Like they added time on due to injury for it to push it past Mania, and it's unknown with all that. But with this might keep him there because of all the promotion that he's getting.
So, Christoph, I'm gonna shoot this one at you. Tell me what you think about this article. Wrestling Ops TMZ is now covering the whole situation surrounding Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Cody. What you think about that? See, I told you it's getting out there in the ether. Son.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's huge. It's huge. It's The Rock. It's huge. But that kind of backlash on social media too. People are like, "What the fuck is going on?" And don't forget, I'm sorry, I'm chewing leftover pizza. Cage, thank you. I'll tell you what
You're
it is,
welcome.
man. There's it's also on the heels of like the biggest scandal in wrestling ever. You know what I mean? So you got the
here
Vince
it is.
McMahon scandal. Now you got the Rock thing. Hell yeah.
Okay, hey, I have this right here. So let me go read this, and I'll stop and we can comment a little bit. On wrestling news, The Rock versus Roman wasn't planned as of a few days ago. Dwayne Johnson pushed hard for the match. The match has not been officially announced, but it's expected that on Thursday in Las Vegas, that The Rock versus Roman Reigns will be set in stone as of the main event for WrestleMania.
Wow.
During SmackDown, The Rock appeared and stood face-to-face with Roman after Cody Rhodes gave up his main event slot. Just days after winning the men's Royal Rumble match and pointing at Reigns at the end of the show. The decision to change the main event happened within the blah, 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 found the night. It was the plan on the night Royal Rumble. Hold on, let's see.
Well, breaking news right now on
Oh,
something with Cody Rhodes. It looks like they have like a short-term thing for Cody Rhodes to do until after Elimination Chamber. Shinsuke Nakamura attacks Cody Rhodes at Knoxville live event. Looks like this rivalry will be continued for a short amount of time.
Who attacked him?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke.
Attacked who?
Cody Rhodes.
Fucking shit. Shit's got time, Shinsuke. Get the fuck out of here, man. So the decision to change the main event happened within the last few days, and Rhodes versus Reigns was planned as of earlier this week, but things changed by the time they went on air on Monday Night Raw, and they began teasing Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Dave Meltzer wrote on the Wrestling Observer, "It was the plan on the night Royal Rumble. It was the plan the next day. It wasn't the plan the day after that." In another post, blah, 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 Meltzer. Okay, Meltzer said that Dwayne Johnson was pushing hard for the match with Reigns, even after the idea suggested to the match suggested the match in Saudi Arabia. So basically, he was like, "No, I don't want it in Saudi. I want it at WrestleMania."
Pause for a second. We got 36 people, now 39 people tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream right now. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're a 2-week-old channel. We're putting out that content, giving you daily content. The news breaks, we give it to you. Take time, if you could, hit that subscribe button. We would love to be able to we have enough people in here right now that we could get over 100 subscribers if everybody's subscribed. So we also are going to go live tonight to cover NXT about probably an hour or so into it. But Dwayne pushed super hard.
Look.
What is that? Oh,
that's Shinsuke.
Shit, Shinsuke quit, man.
Like we haven't seen enough of that fucking, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Come on, man.
And he's down.
Yeah, 420 Lounge said Cody was crying. That was crazy. Yeah, hey, Mr. Baltimore, we've been pounding it out, brother, for about an hour.
Yeah, man.
As Dwayne pushed super hard for it. Read last week's issue and this week's. The card changed when Punk and Brock were out, and all the dominoes fell. Dwayne already wanted it, and they felt that they now needed it as well. Felt this was way better to change the news flow away from Vince. Just like I was saying.
Oh yeah, it's definitely damage control for sure.
Cody was the plan. Dwayne
no pun intended.
Dwayne was going to face him later, maybe next year's Mania, maybe Saudi, shit happens with Vince and Punk. The Vince thing ends up being worse than they thought, and they changed the plan. I literally didn't know until yesterday that it could change, and then I was told it's under lock. But 100% it was Punk versus Seth and Cody versus Reigns until Punk got hurt. So yeah, going forward, it
What the
looks
fuck
like
does CM
Rhodes.
Punk have to do with it?
Yeah, going forward, it looks like Rhodes will officially challenge Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship in the next few days. As stated during his promo on SmackDown, Rhodes still plans on finishing the story by beating Roman Reigns. He did not specify when that might happen. End of article.
Joey Carney made a tweet. He said, "Now Kingdom by Down Straight feels more personal than it did before." And it says, of course, it says, "You took it all away. I give it all away. Can't take my freedom. Here to change the game. A banner made of pain. I built my kingdom. Now you bow to me. You took my dreams, but not my name. You'll follow me until the end. I am my kingdom." They're following this right to the promised land, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather Drew and Rollins and Cody and Reigns than Cody and Seth and Rock and Reigns. And now I agree because we've already seen Cody and Seth 3 times, and it's a one-sided affair. The only difference is now you have a belt there to try and make it different, even though it's not going to. At the end of the day, it's always going to kill Seth unless Seth wins it, but then that kills Cody. And then you kill this story until further notice. Like, it's a lose-lose for everybody involved, like, overall.
I have an idea. Daniel Bryan fought twice and won WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You open with Seth, or you open with Cody and Roman. Roman loses the belt. You end with The Rock and Roman. Roman beats The Rock to stay the head of the table.
So why would you have? I
gotta be honest, guys. That bloodline story's got to end, right? It's great, but it ran its course.
It's about to have to. Yeah.
Here's the problem: there's 2 nights, and whereas WrestleMania 30 was 1 night, and then are you really going to have Cody get screwed and not be in the main event, and you're putting him in the first match, and then you're still going to have Roman in the main event, even though he would lose the title in the first match. It would make no sense.
Well, I'm very disappointed by this if it goes off this way, but I will say this much. I will say this. If I can't have Cody and Roman, I know that Seth and Cody will sell it like a motherfucker. Like they will. It's just not what people want. And is Seth even going to make it back in time? Yeah. His knee is nuked.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we have another article from WrestleOps. Some believe that The Rock pushed for the move and likely would have no matter what, given his massive $30 million stock payday is in part contingent on him hitting certain milestones. Sources familiar with the situation believe one of those milestones was Dwayne Johnson returning to the ring this year, and that Johnson pushed for the match to happen sooner than later with the idea he felt Roman Reigns versus The Rock was a far bigger attraction for the company. So it's very possible that no matter who was injured or not, Cody versus Roman would not have taken place because The Rock was back in the game and the most important members of the company management were going to listen to Dwayne Johnson's ideas, the PW Insider.
How crazy is that for like 48 hours, it was like, yeah. I mean, the end of the Rumble, he pointed right at fucking Roman. He pointed at him. He built it up. He pointed right the fuck at him.
Crazy.
Remember you and me talked about what a great shot that was? Roman
it was a fantastic shot.
What a great shot. And then all of a sudden it's like 2 days later, yeah, it's still going to happen. Oh, wait, never mind.
And here's the problem with that is that's before everybody knew about the whole CM Punk injury where he was going to
still don't understand
up to 6 months.
Okay, but what? CM Punk ain't got a fucking thing to do with the bloodline or Cody. I don't get it.
But it fucked up one of your main events.
So they had to shuffle.
And they're trying to
yeah.
and they're trying to pivot, and there's always the thing in the back of their minds of they could easily do plug Rock in the face Roman at the head of the table, but then Cody can always face Seth again because they've always had that backstage thing with the two of them, and of course now they're pretty good now, like internally, but that you could push that because they're both on Raw.
You know what?
And with that, with just like you said, how great of a promo that he cut with Cody.
It was good.
It made
It
it
was
believable. It made it believable.
Yeah, it did. It did. Now, for at the risk of sounding a little bit simpy, we haven't really done one
Yes.
for the ladies yet.
Yeah,
How great was that Bailey turn? We haven't even
Loved it.
talked really about that. That was great.
It was
too.
so great. Like I knew it was coming, but I didn't think that she would go to the lengths of being like, "Oh, I speak Japanese." I
Yeah.
picked it up, and then she spoke it, and then you're like, "Holy shit!" She's been understanding what they've been saying the whole time instead of her just getting jumped from behind and get shot. She
And you
caught
know
them
what?
surprise.
Do you know, like as it was happening, Brodan sent me a picture of Batista leaning against the wall.
Yes.
Remember that?
I saw
Yeah.
that right after SmackDown.
Yeah.
I saw somebody posted it on Twitter. It was
And then he
exactly
showed me a
it.
picture of Bailey, and I was like, "Oh, they're paying homage. That's really cool that they did that. Like that people picked up on that. That was really cool, man." And I like Hugger Bailey better than Heel Bailey. But the real problem we have right now, let's talk about the real problem in wrestling right now. What's the real problem? Here's the real problem. Let's get past all the Vince stuff. Let's get past all the Cody Rock stuff. Let's get past the Bailey stuff. Let's get to the real heart of the problem here, okay? I do not fucking like Happy Randy. Listen, the Viper is supposed to be the fucking Viper for a reason. He's my number 2 heel for a fucking reason. Give me back heel Randy. I'm sick of this happy shit. I don't want Happy Randy.
Well, you kind of noticed how they had SmackDown and none of the 3 guys were on the show. Him, AJ, or LA Knight. You notice that?
Yeah.
I want him. I want that. Look, the LA Knight AJ stuff's pretty much gonna. That's gonna be WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this Harshit guy, he's an outside the box thinker. I like him.
Will be filled with Cody Chance, probably. I want to see both of them get RKO'd. Randy turns, goes out there, RKO's LA Knight, and motherfucking just fuck them both over. Fuck it. And I love AJ. but and I like all black AJ. He's great. But go out there and RKO both of them. And then just for good measure, go over and fucking RKO Michael Cole while you're at it. Just RKO everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something out there, and maybe my bad, D. I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
No, you're good.
So maybe I'm wrong on this, right? But most WWE champions long term, the best ones are what? I'll answer heel, right? Because if you are the baby face, smiling, shake your hand, kiss the baby, always American flag, always do nothing wrong, always wear a suit. Yeah, we like it now. Yeah. But whenever you become the champion, that's going to wear off, right? So, but there's very few people that can break through that mold. So I think Cody, as of right now, if he won the belt, yeah, he would be big. But even Daniel Bryan fizzled out. You can't be a babyface long-term champion. So I don't know. Maybe maybe they kind of know that and they're anticipating that. Malkin,
I just found 2 things that I liked. First one was a guy posted The Rock only did what Cody did to Sami Zayn last year. Because Sami Zayn had that momentum.
True.
He had the thing which was created by accident because Cody tore his pec, and then they kept him in the bloodline for a lot longer. But even though he didn't get the championship, but he got the kind of the moment in his hometown of Montreal. But then somebody else, Pro Wrestling Finesse posted, the We Want Cody movement has turned out to be so much bigger than expected. Most people would rather see him get his moment over The Rock versus Roman Reigns. He's undeniable.
Yep.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's a whole nother storyline that could work.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother fucking storyline.
We got Jane saying WWE live show in Knoxville was filled with Cody chants, and they even booed the SmackDown video. So Big D last night, 1 a.m. midnight my time. This is how our brains work. This is why y'all need to hit that. This is why y'all need to hit that subscribe button, because we're gonna give you that content, that news whenever we hear it. I'm laying there right before I'm sleeping, and I'm thinking about the channel. I'm thinking about wrestling. D is too. I say D. This video I seen is at a house show, so we could probably use the footage. Go ahead if you can, because he's really good at cutting shorts up, and he cut it up, threw it out there as a short. So we have the actual house show footage, easy for you to find. Go check that out. Big D is great on them shorts. So I just wanted to give you a shout out on that because you're awesome at the short.
Yeah,
and
we
also
actually
have that actual footage that Harshit's talking about.
Yeah, we got it on the YouTube Shorts section of the channel, and then we got it on TikTok. We're on TikTok now. So with all the other shorts that we have on there, so check out all the shorts that we put out on TikTok and YouTube.
Film Watcher's like,
hey, even though he's feeling like we're all about free thinking here, we're all about free thinkers. You know what I'm saying?
What? You don't want to watch Ted, the show? You got to cancel Ted now.
You could just not watch WWE. Now cancel Netflix. You know, cancel Netflix. Fuck it.
He's like, it's attached to WWE. He was like, I don't want it. Goodbye. No, you're good.
I've been there before. I've been there. I've done it with dumb shit too. Like, I am not. What is this Last Jedi shit, man? Fuck that next Star Wars movie. I ain't watching shit.
He said Triple H does not have power over The Rock anymore since Rock became the TKO member. Shit. So I wouldn't really blame Triple H. It's that bald-headed twat that keeps doing this shit.
If that was a
maybe The Rock is going bad guy, and this is a setup. Corporate Rock,
dude. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I said there could be a whole separate storyline here. They could turn into this skit. People will be pissed for a while, but you have Cody beat The Rock for that belt. Holy shit!
Yeah, but I feel like this, like it would mean more if he pinned Roman, because then you're kind of saving Roman.
I do too. I really think that too. But
if you did a triple threat match and then you had him pin The Rock, it's only you telling the story that Roman never got pinned.
Yeah.
And even though he did finish the story, he does finish the story. You're leaving it open to have that Roman story of, I never got pinned. I never lost my title by me getting pinned, so I'm still the head of the table. Because of it, like I'm still the guy because The Rock got pinned.
Rock wins.
Didn't. And it gives you, and then you know what I just thought of, and what you could do with that is like the whole story where we're talking about Survivor Series, MSG, boom. You have The Rock take the pin in a triple threat match. Cody wins the belt at Mania. You take this all the way to Survivor Series. Roman takes time off to do like he always does. Maybe he films something. He does some Hollywood stuff. He comes back, and Roman is like, I want my rematch at Survivor Series against Cody, since I never got pinned. And then that's where Cody pins Roman at MSG to like cement the fact that he is the champion. That there's no doubt anymore.
I'm not blowing my own horn, but in my rant of the yesterday morning stream that popped off, nothing like today, but it did pop off. One of the rants that I said, and I kind of said it out of spite. I go, y'all gonna keep doing this, and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna have Cody beat Roman at a house show at Madison Square Garden to where you can't see it. And I was getting mad, but I just said it out of spite because that is something that seems like they would.
Yeah, but when you said that, because I hadn't come in yet, but that was right before I came in. I had my camera on and everything, but right before you said that, I laughed so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I could see that, I could fucking see it, bro. You know,
bro. They were like, okay, you think you want to do something? Got you. So
but
it doesn't matter anyway, guys. It doesn't matter anyway because all four of those guys at the top, Ari, Nick, The Rock, Triple H, They're all satanic Illuminati devil worshippers sacrificing
Oh,
virgins
geez.
right now. We're not even going to make it to WrestleMania. You didn't know the
It's
New
like
World
after
Order.
the
The New
it's like
World Order
after
is coming.
lawsuit, Vince called The Rock and said, "You insert yourself in the Mania and screw Cody."
Hey,
You
real-
got Grand. Cody wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Rock versus Roman. Cody versus Roman to unify. They better not. I'm like I'm.
They're
They
not
better
going to
not
unify.
No.
They're not going to unify. But I could see them putting both straps on Cody
Yeah.
for taking this L right now. You took the L. Later on, you'll get rewarded
This
for
this
it.
is
You
what I
get
hate.
both
Like
straps. I
this
can
this
see
is
that.
my big pet peeve.
Why
We
the
got
fuck would
brand
they
split.
unify him after? It's
And
been
we-
around a
we-
year. It's been even a year. Get the fuck out of here.
I
You're
know.
going to unify the
This
belt.
is my biggest pet peeve. You got a brand split. You don't follow it. You're trying to get people to unify belts again. I want them to de-unify the tag belts. I want 2 different tag belts, and they're not doing it yet. And we finally got them to do it with the Word title, where they created one just for Raw. I'm not having them do that just for them 4 months later, 6 months later to just unify those now. It just makes no sense.
No.
So
and
it's like
a big,
it's either they're gonna this is what's gonna happen. It's either they're gonna have Rock Roman, Cody Seth. Cody wins the belt the next night on Raw. Damian Priest cashes in and takes the belt from Cody. So Cody does win the belt, but then he could still play off that he still needs to finish the story because he won the other belt, gets cashed in on, and then he can go after Roman, or you just have him win, finish the story by beating Roman and The Rock at Mania in a triple threat where he pins The Rock, and then you do Cody and Roman at Survivor Series, and that cements just like he said. He's going to take everything from Roman, just not at Mania. So he can take the belt at Mania, but then take everything from him, like the fame and everything at Survivor Series, because not only did he take the belt, but then he beat him to retain the belt in 2 different matches. So it's like he's just killing everything that the tribal chief had in 2 different big moments there, and then Roman could go away.
There are 3 huge locker rooms filled with fucking talent. There is no reason that all 3 of those brands shouldn't have their own section
hey
of
D,
belts.
let me ask you this. So before, okay, I see a question here that I was going to have you answer, but before, I'm going to give a special shout out to a couple people right here. Now, if you subscribe right now, maybe it shoots it through my phone right now, but shout out to, we got 4 special people. We got Brandon. Shout out to Brandon that hit that subscribe button. We got Miss Bianca. We got Miss Bianca in the building, whipping that hair. We got Trey Ware, and shout out to Joseph, Big Joe. So shout out to them 4. Those are the only 4 that came through, but special shout out to them. But no, my man right here wanted somebody to elaborate on.
It's a joke. I got into an argument yesterday with some doomsday guy over some Illuminati shit who was trying to
Shout out to my guy Ivan from the Circle of Debate. My guy who was on panel with him last night. It's always a good time talking wrestling with him. Follow Circle of Debate on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on social media, wherever you can. Follow these guys. The Debate Center is the place to go to debate.
Hey, I don't know how long y'all want to keep it going, but I don't know if y'all want to kill it at 50 because that's a great number, but I'm about to have to go. But if like you want to bring that Circle of Debate guy in or your friend or anything and keep it rolling, y'all keep it rolling.
What I'm going to do is we'll cut it in a few minutes. That way we have a little bit of time between this and, of course, NXT Vengeance.
Yeah, we're doing a live stream tonight. So if y'all like what you're hearing, then make sure you come back, rock with us on the live stream. We're also going to be doing Raw. I'm going to be doing Raw live streams. I'm sure D will jump in with me. Sure, Chris will jump in with me. So
I'm going to sacrifice a goat on live stream. It's going to be great.
But we're not going to go exactly live.
That's the last one.
I got 8 minutes.
That's the last one.
I got 8 minutes, so I don't have to go right yet. I got 8 minutes. So.
Yeah. But we do got quite a few comments flying in right now, so I'll break it down with these. We'll start with this one. If WWE go ahead with Rock Roman I want Priest to cash in the briefcase like Rollins did and saved us from Roman Brock match back in the day. If he does it, I want the day after. I want the Raw after Mania for him to do it. Why did that guy say we won't make it to WrestleMania? I don't know. Cody
I'm
don't
joking
want
around.
both seat beats.
Let me just real quick, so the guy doesn't
Yeah.
ask again. There was a dumb ass argument yesterday with some Illuminati guy who was claiming that like Chris Benoit was sacrificed for WWE and that Triple H and all them are devil worshippers and they go to these Bilderberg. And I got in an argument with him yesterday on this podcast, and I've just been taking shots at him because I'm petty like that.
This guy saying Seth Drew night 1, Cody Roman night 1. So he's okay. So they're booking two different matches, and then he wants Roman fights night 2 head of the table. Everyone wins.
Hey,
But
D,
then you're killing the. But then you're killing.
D, I got to do some damage control real quick. I thought we only got 4 subs. We are currently at 92 subs, so we've got quite a bit of subs.
There you go.
Way more than 4. So your name didn't come through here. There's the only reason I didn't say your name. If I didn't say your name, I appreciate you. Comment in the chat, something like that. Whenever we'll end up dropping the link in the chat sometimes, so where y'all can come in and kick it with us, stuff like that. So I just noticed that, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to make anybody else feel like shit. So shout out to you.
But that could be a way, but then you're killing the world titles by putting them on night 1. And then night 2, it's like you always got to finish with at least one title. And I feel like so. Like the only way you could do that is if the head of the table match was to have the title implicated there. I think having both titles on one night, especially night 1, would just kind of defeat the purpose of WrestleMania. He said, do you remember John told Roman he didn't deserve a match for the title, so he gave the opportunity to LA Knight? This is the exact opposite. You got the difference between Cena. I like this. The difference between Cena and The Rock is that Cena came back and appreciated Cody, and LA Knight, just to name a few, and Rock fucked Punk before, and now Cody. And then I don't know. Think of this: John Cena. Every time he comes back, he puts wrestlers over.
Yeah,
he hasn't won in 2,000 years, and he said it in an interview with Logan Paul.
Yeah,
this week, great interview. Watch it. You got to watch it on.
Yeah, isn't one of the matches in like 10 years or some shit?
Yeah. He said he's seen it. Like The Rock made him realize like how stepping away from the businesses and how they do things. But at the same time, he also said the fact that he doesn't want to take away from the current wrestlers, that they're the ones there now. And he doesn't want to take away by coming back and doing something big like that. So he wants to put them over. And shout out, we're over 52 viewers right now.
I was going to say, live. Can we break that 100? We need 7 to break the 100. This will be, I never thought that in this stream that we would.
Even as The Rock shit Ryan off the heat of his catchphrases for 20 years. That's what they do. They try to come in.
Yeah, but they never get old. When the glass breaks, you're gonna want to hear Stone Cold say "Hell yeah!" I mean, it just is what it is. By the way, my prediction, Cage, I got a prediction, by the way, y'all. Damian will cash in at WrestleMania. He won't wait till the next day.
They have to. One of my things was with this whole Roman thing was it kind of killed the Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble because it takes away, because it's like they have the Money in the Bank, and it's like that's the reason why they made the second title, was the fact that having a cash in and then having Austin Theory last year cash in on the United States title made it kind of pointless.
Look, everybody's coming in and they all want to talk about Cody and The Rock. Like everybody's pissed, bro. Everybody's pissed.
I know. And
the YouTube video SmackDown where Rock returns is on.
I gotta go do some stuff, or we would just stay live until NXT. But I have to go do some stuff for a couple hours. But when we return, this conversation and stuff will continue to go, and it will be until shit. If we have a showing like this, I'll keep that shit going all night. You know what I mean?
I gotta bounce too. I'm gonna get out of here right now, but I will jump in later during the NXT thing, and I'll message you guys throughout the show. And everybody who showed up, thank you. That's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? All hell Baphomet. Okay, no, really, that's for real. The last
few.
You guys be good.
All right, Chris. Appreciate you, bro.
I'm just running through the last of these comments before we get going. Thank you,
When we have
everybody, for
more
commenting
time,
on this
we'll-
big time.
Yeah, when we have more time, we'll make sure to answer the comments and stuff like tonight and Raw tomorrow. A 3-hour show, guys, is hard to watch by yourself.
Yeah.
So we need y'all to come in and chill with us while we do some
Yeah,
commentary.
man. But like we said, we thank everybody for coming in. This
What's up, Pop?
has been a big story, especially like it's almost 2 days old, and it's getting bigger and bigger by the days that are passing. And the best thing is, we're not going to know what happens. It could be a week. We could get a little bit of like enlightenment at the presser on Thursday on Peacock live from Vegas, when you get The Rock one-on-one with Roman promo style. But Cody's going to be there. Seth will be there. They're going to have Bianca there and then Rhea Ripley there. I still think Bayley should be there. I think they're fucking her over with that, but it's helping her character out. So I think they're going to play into that. But that's the best part of this is we're going to have a lot more time to talk as WrestleMania comes closer about this topic, because it's not going to end now. We got 60 plus days.
Exactly. We got so much time to talk about it, and it's about that time.
What time is it?
I believe it's tippy time.
Time.
It's TV time.
You want to know?
So if you want to join the 2-week-old movement, that's right. Me and D started this channel 2 weeks ago. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button, like the video, help us get in that algorithm. Come join the movement, and we're going to come back at you later on tonight. So we'll see you then. For D, plug the X too and the TikTok.
Yeah, we're live on Twitter and on X/TikTok. It's at Wrestling Bros Pod without the E in wrestling. So you can follow us on there. And of course, you're on here on YouTube already. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, smash the subscribe button down below. We love the fact that you guys are commenting. And big thing, please hit the like button on the video.
And after the video's posted, it doesn't have to stop. We can still talk about it. The video will post when you comment. Me or D or both are going to talk back and forth with you. So, and if we got this kind of movement shit, we might even make a Discord if you're looking for a place to talk wrestling. If that's something you're interested in, comment on the video after it's posted. Let us know. And for D, it's your boy Mo. Until next time, peace.